Governor Sanwo-Olu inaugurates legacy projects in Agboyi, Ketu, Bariga local council development areas of Lagos State. Federal government sets 12 years as new minimum age for admission into junior secondary schools. And on the foreign scene, Iran meets European powers amid the threat of renewed nuclear sanctions. And in sports, Nigeria Football Federation announces coaches for national under-17 male, under-20 female teams. Now the news in details. I am Timmy Dayo. Anthony. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated legacy projects in Agboyi, Ketu and Bariga local council development areas, LCDAs of the state. These include Otumba, Bushura, Alebioshu Multipurpose Building, Agboyi Community Primary School, Agboyi Ketu, ICT Hub, His Royal Majesty Obataiwo Adeshegun Lamina Sports Center, and network of roads at Agboyi Ketu. Now speaking in Agboyi Ketu LCDA, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who commended the outgoing chairman for the developmental stride in the council, urged residents of the area to support the incoming chairman to sustain the pace of development. While speaking at Bariga LCDA, where inaugurated 21 network of roads, 5 primary health centers, 3 newly built primary schools, and 1 fire station, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the project plan LCDA gave credence to the existence of the council. The outgoing chairman of Agboyi Ketu LCDA, Dele Oshinowo, said his Bariga counterpart, Kolade Alabi, expressed their gratitude to the state government for support. Our correspondent Adiola Kindele quotes Governor Sanwo-Olu as urging other local government areas to emulate the gesture to bring more dividends of democracy to residents of the state. The Lagos State government has issued a stern warning to individuals parading themselves as Oba-elect to the throne of Olu of Ekpe Kingdom, following the demise of His Royal Majesty Oba Shefiu Adewale, who joined his ancestor on Saturday, May 31, 2025. And a statement signed by the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Bolaji Robert. The state government calls the attention of the general public, especially residents of Ekpe and environs, to the fact that no official approval has been granted to any individuals to be recognized as the Olu of Ekpe. Hence, it's illegal to accord anyone such respect. The commissioner emphasized that the process of selection and installation of traditional rulers in Lagos State is governed by established legal and administrative procedures, which has not begun in this case, while informing that security operatives in the states have been directed to avoid breakdown of law and order in Ekpe, and to also carry out proper investigation to arrest and prosecute impersonators to the shore in line with the Lagos State law of Obas and Chiefs. Robert said the Lagos State government remains committed to upholding due process and ensuring peace and order in the state. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has urged Nigerians to remain discerning and to reject hollow coalition built on ambition rather than substance. The Lagos State APC is in a statement signed by spokesperson Sheye Oladejo, says the future of this country lies in tested leadership, credible policies, and a united national direction. The party says it is irrevocably committed to deliver on a social contract and remains focused on delivering good governance, consolidating national reforms, and supporting the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, stating that no amount of political gimmickry can derail the cause. It notes that the APC government at various levels would not be distracted by political rabble-rousers who allies has a short lifespan. The APC adds at a time when Nigeria is on the path of tough but necessary reforms under the leadership of President Tinubu, real patriots are expected to rise above partisan and contribute constructively. And now to the rest of the news. The Federal Ministry of Education expects the entry age of pupils seeking admission into junior secondary schools after completing 6 years of primary education at 12. This was contained in a new policy document on non-state school launched by the federal government. According to the policy document, non-state schools are increasingly playing a major role in education provision in the country, despite variations in the quality of education being offered across the categories of schools. Non-state schools, also referred to as independent or private schools or non-government schools, are educational institutions not managed by the government. They are typically financed by tuition payments as well as donations from individuals, businesses, communities, faith-based organizations, and foundations. The federal government has applauded the Nigeria Communications Satellite Limited, NICOMSAT, for its critical role in expanding national connectivity, bridging digital dividend, and strengthening Nigeria's place in the global knowledge-driven economy. The commendation was given by the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Rafiu Adeladan, during a courtesy visit to NICOMSAT's Managing Director, Jane Egatan Idehe, at the agency's ground control station in Abuja. Adeladan described NICOMSAT as a vital strategic partner, not just an implementing agency, advancing Nigeria's digital ambition through satellite broadband, space technology, and digital sovereignty. He acknowledged structural challenges faced by the agency, including a decade-long recruitment freeze, critical staff shortage, poor remuneration, and institutional bottlenecks, stalling Project 774. In our remarks, NICOMSAT's Managing Director, Egerton Idehe, expressed appreciation for the visit and reiterated readiness to lead Nigeria's space and connectivity's aspiration. The visitation is part of the Permanent Secretary's wider engagement tour aimed at strengthening key institutions central to Nigeria's digital transformation agenda. And also foreign news, Iranian diplomats have met their counterparts from Germany, the United Kingdom, and France for renewed nuclear talks, amid warning that the three European powers could trigger snapback United Nations sanction outlined under a previous 2015 deal. The meeting, which took place in Istanbul, Turkey, was the first since Israel's mid-June attack on Iran, which led to an intensive 12-day conflict, with the United States military intervening on Israel's behalf and attacking key Iranian nuclear sites. Israel's offensive, which killed top commanders, nuclear scientists, and hundreds of civilians as residential areas were struck, as well as also derailed U.S.-Iran nuclear talk that began in April. Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister, Kazim Garababadi, who attended the talks along senior Iranian diplomat Majid Tahat Ravanchi, said after the meeting that Tehran held a serious, frank, and detailed discussion with Iranian powers about sanctions relief and the nuclear issues, in which both sides presented specific ideas. He added that Iran reiterated its principal positions, including on the snapback sanction mechanism, that it was agreed that consultations on the matter will continue. And now to sports, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has approved the appointments of Manu Garba as the Golden Eaglet head coach. Garba's appointment was approved following the recommendation of the NFF Technical Committee. The experienced tactician will be managing the Golden Eaglet for the fourth time. He was the head coach with the Golden Eaglets, won the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in the United Arab Emirates in 2013. The executive committee also approved the appointments of Moses Aduko as head coach of the Falconets. Both Garba and Aduko will officially resume on Sunday as different teams have important upcoming engagements. The Falconets have a 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifying fixture against Rwanda in September, while the Golden Eaglets will take part in the WAFU B Under-17 Boys Tournament that Nigeria is set to host the same month. Now, just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us on like all our social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM. Instagram is Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 961 FM live on my Lagos app for timely update. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 1,050 rural women receive intensive training in boosting outputs in agricultural production, and beneficiaries were given equal access to markets? You can get more details on Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated legacy projects in Agboike 2 and Bariga Local Council Development Areas, LCDAs of the state. The Federal Ministry of Education has pegged the entry aid for pupils seeking admission into junior secondary schools after completing 6 years of primary education at 12. We also told you that Iranian diplomats have met their counterpart from Germany, the United Kingdom and France for renewed nuclear talks amid warning that the three European powers could trigger snapback United Nations sanction outline under a previous 2015 deal. And in sports, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has approved the appointment of Manu Gaba as Golden Eaglet head coach. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesowa Ajoyoka. I am Dayo Anthony. Many thanks for listening.